Hi guys, Seymour from MAGFAST here for today, Friday, January the 19th. I'm sorry we're a little bit late today. Team's really busy, so I thought I would just jump in and do a quick update for you myself. The main focus this week has been on two exciting new developments. The thing about a project like this is over the course of time, right? It takes, as you know, many months to put this together. And in the course of that time, the industry changes. I was talking to Shawn, who's our chief engineer at P3, and he was saying that these custom batteries that we're having made, as that industry grows and the whole power industry grows, the availability, which was a great difficulty for us, I've told you about this before, like acquiring custom batteries has been one of the things that has been really difficult. It's cost us a chunk of time. But the availability is getting better. The minimum order quantities, as the factories say, have started to come down. The supply is becoming more reliable, so that's great. And the quality of the products themselves is improving. And I want to just talk to you quickly about like fitting as much as we can into the envelope. We call the envelope that's the enclosure, right, of the product. And there's two things that we've been working on this week that I think arbor, what's the word I'm looking for? Two things that point really well to the future for us. First of all, ultra thin Qi, that's the wireless charging, receivers and transmitters. So if this is one of our typical chargers viewed from the side, right, you place your phone on top, it's got the magnetic things on the end to connect through the MAGFAST connection. So we're going to have a Qi transmitter. Let me do it in a different color here. So we're going to have a Qi transmitter in the top and a Qi receiver in the bottom. I'll put a T for transmitter and R for receiver in the bottom. Now, the thickness of this transmitter and this receiver then defines how much room you've got left to put battery inside here. So we found a supplier now who we believe is going to be reliable and able to handle what we have coming down the pipe, who can supply these ultra thin Qi transmitters and receivers. And if that's the case, that means we can squeeze that means there's more space inside for batteries, so we can squeeze a little bit more power into every single unit. The other thing, which also relates to battery capacity, is, as I was saying a minute ago, the battery supply chain is now able to do more and more customization, whereas previously you've heard me say that we were going to make a custom battery and then we would then stack in our different chargers. We'd stack different numbers of custom batteries inside. Well, now we think we can actually have them custom made for each individual product. So that means that we'll be able to take up, whereas previously maybe the battery would have been, this isn't a very good drawing, but the battery might have been like that with a lot of wasted space. Now it'll be able to kind of go much more custom into the nooks and crannies and squeeze out another 5, maybe 10% in terms of capacity. So we're very excited about those developments, ultra thin Qi transmitters and receivers, and some custom batteries as well. Okay, we always ask you to send your questions to hello@magfast.com, hello@magfast.com. One or two in this week, and excuse me, I'm just reading out of my email stream here. This is Bob Smith. Hello, Bob. Hi guys, enjoying your updates, looking forward to receiving my Pro Kit. He says, when I travel abroad, will I be able to use my Pro Kit in 220 volt countries with just a simple adapter, or do I have to use my power converter? Okay, so the thing about this is, if I just go grab what he's talking about that plugs into the wall, the challenge is you've got these two plugs on the back because it's designed to be fantastic in a Type B American outlet. So electrically, yes, you just need to have an adapter to connect it. The problem is that you would then have one set of prongs hanging free. All right, so my suggestion is going to be, when you're traveling, you take your MAGFAST Life Extreme with you, and pretty much any other kind of charger that you got, the one that came with your phone or whatever, you take that and you keep your MAGFAST Life Extreme fully charged the whole time. It can then charge. It's got this huge capacity, right? So it can then charge all of your phones, all of your other devices, and that's probably the way to go. We are, of course, going to be making MAGFAST wall, the one that goes into the wall. We're going to be making that in Type B, which is the typical US one, Type G for the UK, although the B will come first, and then G for the typically UK and other typically other countries that used to be part of the British Empire, and then types E and F, which are E is common in France and parts of Europe, and F is the other one that's very common throughout Europe. So those will be coming. That's going to be the very best way to do it. We actually cover, I forget the total number, it's 100 and some countries with those 4 types. But if you're an American traveling with a type B, then I can't put my hand on my heart and tell you to plug it in with an adapter, because there will be the issue of those extra prongs hanging out, and we don't want to suggest anything that might not be completely safe. The other question was, this is Kevin from Littleton, Colorado. Hello, Kevin. I was wondering if you ever decide to sell stock in MAGFAST, will there be a way for your original crowdfunding supporters to buy shares? It says it seems that only wealthy people ever get to buy stock when shares are first issued in a new public offering. I can't tell you how much we want to do this. We have been doing some work on it. The problem today is to actually achieve a fair valuation on the company, and I will tell you why. It's very simple, actually. We are in the very early stages in terms of conventional accounting metrics. We're pretty early, which would go to a lower valuation. But we know what we've got here. Very few companies in the history of the world have sold $250,000 in 10 minutes of an online test, 650,000 in the first day, and we've been kind of keeping our powder dry and working on stuff over the last year. So getting a fair valuation is very, very difficult today for selling stocks. What we are trying to put together, we'll announce it properly in the next few weeks, is a way that some people who qualify as accredited investors, and I'm afraid that is generally people with slightly higher income levels. This is not our rule. I wish it were not the case. This is the SEC. We are going to have a way that some people can do a type of investment. This would be in the first quarter of this year, sooner than later, to kind of help things along. If you qualify for that, we'd love to, of course, have you in there. And we're working on doing something for everybody a little bit later in the year. And trust me, if we could do it for everybody right away, we would love to do that. But if you get involved in what's called selling securities, right, selling paper, selling investment stocks, venture debt, if you start to do that, then you come under the auspices of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, and they don't mess around. You have to follow their procedures and their rules very, very carefully. So initially we'll do this thing under Reg D, which means unfortunately we have to only speak to accredited investors for that. But whatever your financial situation, we would love for you to come take a look at that presentation, give us your feedback. We want you involved every step of the way, and hopefully later in the year we'll be able to do something really fantastic for absolutely everybody, and really show you our appreciation for what you've done. That's it for this week. My name's Seymour Segnet, inventor, founder, president at MAGFAST. The team are working hard. They send you their love, and we'll be back at the same time next week. Please keep your questions coming to hello@magfast.com. hello@magfast.com.